Why did we have to come up with this? More times we look at all the leaders in the different federations, majority are men. There are some women there, which is very okay, but we wanted to make sure that each one of them recognizes that everyone brings in a voice that can make a change. Having seen what has been going on for quite some time, and the climax was when we had Cheptegei, when she had an issue, and before we knew it, we realized that it's not to point fingers to the perpetrator, but we also have a responsibility as federations, as UOC, to make sure that everybody is having a safe place, whether it's administration, whether it's in the coaching, on and off pitch, whether you're an athlete or anybody.
As the UOC, we, within our strategic plan, have one of the objectives as gender equality and mainstreaming gender equality across all our activities. And therefore, you members from the various federations who are here, and we appreciate your time and presence, are critical ambassadors in moving the gender equality agenda forward. As you all know, women of different genders, but particularly women, have been facing structural and systemic barriers to getting involved in sport. So it's good to see a number of ladies here. But these systemic and operational barriers that hinder, especially young girls, from getting into sport arise out of stereotyping, cultural issues, the belief that sport is only for boys, women should be in other jurisdictions, and therefore we want to change that narrative.
When we look around globally, but also in Uganda, there are so many challenging situations that are hindering the girl child from being active in sports, and so we would like to see that if the woman is not rising up, can we have men or boy children become ambassadors to encourage the girl children to rise up and be active in sport, not just only playing, but also taking up leadership roles, which can vary from low levels up there. Can we have the women coaches? Can we have women umpires and officials? That's what we are here for today.
Some of the challenges that I have had over the years is, one, having girls who have very low self-esteem. Those are the girls that have been the most difficult to work with. The ones with high self-esteem, it's easier, you motivate them. But girls with low self-esteem, it's very difficult because you don't know which buttons to push.
We've lost a lot of women or young ladies, and because of different issues, be it community, be it culture, be it parents. So what we've learned here today is something that we have to, as a coach, we need to be very intentional about how do we recruit these young ladies, how do we engage the parents, how do we engage the community, and how do we get the young ladies to really understand the value of the sport and what benefits they can get out of the sport for them to stay in the sport.
In the light of that, we said, let's have the leaders together, let's converse, let's learn from each other. Let's also remind ourselves, transformatively, what have we done when it comes to gender? Where are the men when it comes to gender equality? Are they really doing what they are supposed to be doing? Are the women in the right spaces? And are the men supporting the women to be in those spaces?
My take has been that much as we want the women to be there, we need to build these women. We need to build their agency. We need to build their confidence so that when they get into these spaces, they are not looked down upon like we have seen the kind of environment where women are not respected, the dignity because they think women don't know much. Let us start building these women when they are young. One, recruit them into these sports. But even when you realize that a certain woman who may not actively be a sports person is able to offer something, let us build them and invite them into these associations. And this will take a change in the legal framework to include clauses that directly allow women to participate actively at leadership level in these various associations.
If you look in other spheres, the woman is rising up, but there got to be enabling policies, enabling rules that can enable the woman and the man to actively push that the woman rises up and be able to come up in sports.
From our side, as the Gender Equality and Diversity Commission, we are saying we are going to be following up with some different actions. Right now, we might not be having the resources, but we are going to make sure that everything is going to be consolidated, put into some kind of a concept that is going to inform into how best can we do the follow-up, how can we continually work with the federations to make sure that what we've started today can have continuity in terms of transformative, but also sustainably embedded within the different federations. Thank you.